Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Deep Fried. I'm Brody here with Mufasa and our special guest, David.
Hey, man.
Yo, so we're just here kicking back. We got a couple blunts rolled. I think Manny's gonna fucking lead the conversation today.
Just for a little bit. Now, I wanted to start off simple with some stuff that we both understand. Last time I talked to you, you were telling me about a traditional ramen place in Towson.
Yes.
How was that?
Dude, so good. It's amazing.
I know that you are big into food culture.
Big into food.
I love the presentation and delivery of a good meal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And have you been to anywhere similar to there?
Similar to that? No, just that one.
So what's what is that? What's that entail? Is there like table presentation with that?
Like so you walk in there and
it is traditional pho.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, all like the noodles are handmade, dude.
Oh, shit.
Like the broth, like every morning they like start it up. It's
that sounds
amazing.
good as
Pork.
I hear it takes 2 days to make actual ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Like you need to make it to be the morning one day, and then you'll come back to it the night after, and then it will be okay to eat. Like.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean, the only ramen noodles I've had is out the packet.
Oh yeah, but when you actually got ramen,
No, actual ramen.
it changes you. It does.
There's actually some really nice restaurants down in Towson, for real.
Yeah, he was trying to drag me down there with a ball and chain, trying to hold me there, and it's not. We're not talking about PF Chang's either.
No, dude. Like traditional, like Asian lady comes out and just like.
Ooh.
Gives you the whole shebang.
Yeah.
That's great, dude.
Speaking in questionable languages, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, have you continued your schooling since I've left?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're still.
You guys went to Hack together?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, we
Oh,
did.
yeah.
I
I went to Hack too,
Did you?
but I went from 2013 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Did you stop?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It was weird. It was super weird. I felt like none of the teachers were like adequate. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They just weren't very. Some of them were smoking weed and shit. You know what I mean? And we're like telling students about how they were smoking weed. I was just like, that's fucking crazy.
like.
You know what I mean?
Do you know about the math teacher who used to come into work stoned all the time?
No.
I'm not gonna say her first name, but her last name is Logan.
Okay.
And so if you ever see her, she's got a Tiger license plate. She drives this old fucking, what are they called? Marty and Doc. They have it.
No. McLaren. No, that's not. I don't know. The Back to the Future car, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Just like that.
DeLorean.
DeLorean.
It looks like that, but the back is a little bit different than it being that black part. It's just wood. So I think it's like a Subaru looking.
Oh shit.
Forester.
Yeah.
Subaru.
I think they look quite alike, but it's because it's the old one, like old.
Yeah.
And she comes out of this rickety ass car. It looks like the fourth wheel on a shopping cart, but just the whole car. And she comes out 5'0" nothing, Miss Frizzle hair, roasted. And it's like a 7 o'clock.
To the gills.
It's like a 7 o'clock math class. And I'm stoned. And I
So
see
you
her
can
come in
relate.
stoned. Yeah, and I'm disappointed. I'm mad because as soon as I come in, I thought I had the one up on her. I thought I was going to be extra stoned and get her. She comes in. She's like, "Oh, what were we talking about in last class? I don't remember." And I'm like,
Yo, that's
she
bad.
made me mad, dude. I was so frustrated. I didn't even do the final. I went and I drew pictures. I was just. I failed. That's $700 for me. That's her career, for her.
You shouldn't stop going.
Yeah, I didn't stop going. I just tuned out the whole time.
Did you get your degree from there?
My associates, and then they transferred
Nice.
to Towson.
Oh, nice. So you're at Towson University now?
Yeah.
And what's your major? What are you majoring in?
Graphic design.
Graphic design?
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's what I went to Hack for. It was all right.
I don't know why everybody goes for graphic design. It's such a wide field, but don't you feel like you're going to overload the market?
Like trying to find that. Well, it's just like in the cities. Everything's in the cities. Like new businesses are popping up. People want like new signs. they're looking for artists, man.
And art has changed directions. Now it's the years of 2D, two-dimensional art is over. Now it's three-dimensional. Now people, if you don't know how to use Blender, you're not going to get through any college art class.
Not necessarily, because you know how like people design like logos or like the logos in businesses. That's all 2D, you know.
True.
Yeah.
But I mean, like.
But as in like animation wise, then
we were
yes.
actually talking about that earlier. How 2D animation has been slowly but steadily declining. Actually.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like graphic design is like really taking off. There's a couple of people that we know, Elefat here in York. It's like a graphic design place. They just do a bunch of random shit, you know what I mean? Like any other place, but it's cool. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's a small business that does like, you know, screen printing and like embroidery and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like that's shit that I was interested in before when I had the like clothing brand Astral. And I don't know, I just like got away from it because it's fucking expensive. If you want to print your own shit, like all the equipment and shit.
Yeah, dude.
And it was starting to look like $50 out off the printer for a sweater.
Yeah.
And that shit is crazy. There's no way to excuse that wholesale unless you were selling straight to the person, straight to the buyer. And from my experience in marketing, selling straight to the buyer is the slowest and most expensive way to do it.
Yeah, no, you're right. I feel like, for sure.
So, especially like in the young stages of that, like the cheaper you can get it, the better. Like, because I've definitely sold stuff before, but not stuff that I created. And that's the shit, that's the part of it, is that I don't understand that how deep it goes with the intense, like how devoted you are to what you've made, how much you're willing to sell it for. If it's $50 market price, how much is it really worth to you to not only make this, pump it out, like literally press the screen onto it.
Yeah.
Like, and it like, cause when we were doing,
I mean, social media makes like selling to your actual customers a lot easier now. You know what I mean? Where you don't really need distributors that have connections to stores and shit like that anymore.
No haggling.
Yeah.
No.
And it's just, it means that you get a higher profit if you sell straight to your customer, even though it's harder. You don't have to like pay distribution fees.
Yeah.
Or like when I had my business, I went through like a wholesale Gildan company to get my shit screen printed on. So number one, like they were doing all the work and I was fucking paying for it, that's for sure. And that's why it didn't work out, you know what I mean? Because my shit was too expensive. Then like there was other people like Dark Rave and like a couple of other companies around the area that were screen printing their own shit, and their clothing was like at least $10 cheaper than mine on the article, you know what I mean?
Because of their wholesale benefits from buying in bulk or shopping local.
Well, just doing the work themselves, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's the thing.
Well, then then it comes down to a dichotomy of how much you value your work and how much you value the results of your work.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that I do for me, but there's a lot more stuff that I do so that I can get the results.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Nobody wants to wash toilets, but I want it clean.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
People need to have money to get the things they want, but nobody wants a job.
Yeah.
Like, there are things that you want and there are things that you need to get. And figuring out as a business owner what those things are and how you can get them as cheaply and as quickly into and out of your hand is like paramount. And
Right.
I also feel like that correlates very well to how people deal with society we live in. Because if you're not aware of the difference between the things that you need to do and the things that you want to do, then you can fuck yourself up. You can get yourself into twisted, toxic relationships with people you don't even think you like.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I'm not married.
Oh shit. That's the only reason.
No. Oh,
That was hard.
all right.
Yeah,
There's
my
a few other
bad.
reasons. Technically,
I mean, we don't
Big
gotta
one.
go into them right now. If you want to,
No,
you
I'm
can.
about to, but no, I'm not.
I was
No,
gonna say. Shit.
Just think a little
This is
bit
gonna
more
be
towards
another
you.
40-minute
You
podcast.
Yeah, I say you weren't divorced, were you, David? You weren't divorced, were you, Dave?
No.
I didn't think so.
Shit.
And how is the missus?
What do you mean? It's just, you know,
It's so low.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that's the most successful way to do it. Like, most people are solo, or they're married to someone who's rich.
I don't know. I just figure like if I'm doing my thing and like someone else is doing their thing and it just comes together like that, then that happens. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna stop doing my thing for something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Like if I'm solo for a little bit, you know, like that's different. If I'm out trying, you know, like everybody's gotta do what they gotta do. You know
Yeah,
what I
dude,
mean?
just focus on yourself. Get what you need to do and
Exactly.
make money.
Yeah.
Going on oneself. Who exactly do you project yourself as when you play music?
A project?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily project myself as anyone, like when I'm trying to,
Well, like
maybe
when you-
like inspiration
I mean, when you go on stage.
on stage.
Yeah. Like,
Well,
do you introduce yourself as yourself?
no, well, just because like, this is all like, just like self-recording stuff. It's like never getting like in front. It's just like making like my own melodies, like in my bedroom, and like
Hell yeah.
just
Well, that's the best way to do it. It's better than a lot of the other things I do in my bedroom, truthfully.
Seriously.
But
like,
there's a lot of help that comes to the mind from giving yourself time to oneself.
of course, yeah.
And
That's why I also do art, dude.
Wait.
You know, we paint. And,
exactly.
you do everything?
Yeah.
Hell
well,
yeah.
and the art side.
No,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say now, what exactly influences your art style? Who and who specifically, if you can name someone?
For the life of me, I can't. But me, I was always told like, hey, you're methodical. You like thinking things through, like analyzing shit. I totally agree. And there was a teacher in high school that like he would bring up this artist specifically. His name was MC Escher.
You know him?
So you know, so
Yeah, I
obviously
Yeah, I do.
he knows him. And what he was all about was just like making just like the most anatomically correct thing, but also making it extremely twisted.
Okay.
So like there's a famous piece called like the Impossible Stairs. And it's just like it looks like
Yeah.
it's going down, but then one goes back up, and you like
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
yeah,
Oh, so MC Escher is definitely
big time.
interesting music.
Big time, because like you look at one of his pieces and you start questioning like what it
Reality.
is. Yeah, like, reality. Like what is it? What was his purpose?
I like
Exactly.
the chessboard.
The chessboard too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a really cool. Where where you can't tell whether you're looking up top over a cliff, or if it is the underside of a curve, and both
Oh,
sides
shit.
are
I guess
the
weird.
white and black of the chessboard, and it's really trippy.
Dude, I have to look some of that shit up,
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, dude.
I haven't seen that shit in a while, but I always love, I mean, everybody's got posters, like, and throughout high school, like,
Yeah,
every
like one of those,
fucking
yeah.
art teacher has a picture of the Impossible Stairway.
Best thing to do: going to DC, getting
Yeah.
really stoned, and going to art museums.
Oh, yeah,
And
I've been
you'll be
there,
like-
dude.
Yeah, dude, it is fun.
Oh, yeah, I was just in the Philly Art Museum 2 years ago. That one you have to pay for it, but
Yeah.
it's worth it, dude. There's a couple Van Goghs and shit in there, like a couple
Really?
Monets. Yeah, yeah. It was really cool. It was a cool experience.
We should go sometime, all three of us.
Really?
Yeah,
When I don't work.
I'll drive you. I'll make it
seriously.
happen. I know you got people to whip. No, so when you make your music, do you have a specific person in mind that you're trying to reference? Not so much artistically, but
Just trying to get a similar vibe.
stylistically. Who do you draw influence?
There is a couple, and I could just like shout out these names if you've heard of them,
Okay.
Go
Go ahead.
because it's all like indie music.
Just say
Okay.
pigeons playing ping pong, and we can keep
But
going.
just-
Yo.
Mac DeMarco.
Okay.
see that. Steve Lacy.
Yeah, hell yeah, Steve
know
Lacy.
Steve Lacy.
Steve Lacy. Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite song by him is The Inside.
Inside.
Yeah.
I like the one with Caliucci, the $100 bill.
$100 bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit gets me wild.
$100
Don't get me started.
So yeah, also her like
Yo, Cali
Tyler,
yeah.
That's who you.
Rex Orange County.
Oh shit.
Incoming indie artists. But yeah, them. It's just like sometimes like slow, mellow, and just I don't know how to describe it.
I've just been on this huge Caliucci, Tyler, like Mac Miller, like just rant. I've been listening to all of their discographies, and I've been. I feel you, like that simple, smooth beat, like what Bootsy would put on like slow jams. Like, you're not talking about, you know.
Yeah.
Bootsy Collins is talking about.
Yo, so do you write original music or you play covers?
No, just like I'm just trying to like play covers and
hell yeah, dude.
just making simple like melodies because you can like repeat that shit and then like add like other instrumentals to it.
See, I played the guitar for a little bit and like I've gotten to the point where I started to learn scales and shit like that. And, like it was real fun. And I was learning how to play covers of other songs and shit like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. But when it came to like, I wanted so bad to write my own music, but I didn't know the process of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't know, like you're saying that you have to build like a melody first.
Yeah,
and,
it's like
build
it's
off
very,
of that.
yeah.
So like a strum pattern.
It's like a strum pattern, and then like it like usually what I love doing with like my guitar, and I wish I brought it with me. It's called a looper.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
The little kick thing.
The little kick thing. It's a little pedal. And so like what I like doing with like my guitar is I like tapping it, and that's like emulates like the percussive like the drums like.
Nice.
We have one in the other side of the studio.
What?
We'll show you around.
Oh, okay. And so you start with that, and then you like start like making some chords, and then you loop that until like you have that like going on.
Yeah, nice.
And then you can start playing on top of
doing
it.
Some plucking
And then solo out.
And solo out. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So have you figured out? Have you figured out the rest of the scales?
No, it's like this is beginning. Like it's like I'm a beginner. I'm like a novice. Like.
Okay, because like. Well, I mean,
I know how to like play a couple
I'm really
of things.
more into like the music theory of it.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah,
because, like,
I know some people are like
trying to mess with people. I'm like, hey, can you play something and mix a lid in?
Yeah. See, you like complicating people's lives. You're just like challenging them.
Exactly.
I wasn't deep. I wouldn't want to get this fried. I try to avoid those parts of my brain, or at least direct them onto you.
Oh, okay. Seems fair.
Now, when you do make these types of beats, and you go on your own culture, what type of music do you feel like you end up with? Do you feel like you've got more do you feel like you end up what type of music do you aim for?
So like I wouldn't say like a specific like genre, like because like all those artists, it's called like neo soul.
There we go.
Up.
Oh,
yeah. That's what I'm looking for. I'm writing that down. I did not expect that one coming.
Dude, I honestly...
I knew we had very similar tastes in music, and...
Yeah. So...
Dude, I remember I put, well, besides that, like, some, like, old school rap, so, like, MF Doom. And
yeah. And I was like, no, this dude knows too much.
Oh, shit. Yo, fuck, dude.
It's like, where is this dude fucking...
Yo. I know, that's what I was saying.
Cut the mics, we're out of here.
Yo, I don't like him. I don't know. Like, he's just not one of my rappers that I like. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Everyone's different.
Exactly. Like, I just don't get the flow. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But
I understand it from your perspective because the way you see it as like if my dad was a rapper.
Yeah,
and like that's not.
I
cool
just
to
feel
you.
like he's drunk slobbering on the mic.
I think it's hilarious.
And like every now and then he forgets the rhyme and says something fucking stupid.
And he can't. He's a little bit old, so he's not going to be breathing too hard anyway. He's got to just retake the line because he can't hold his breath the whole time to speak. No, but when I heard you put on some Doom beats, first thing I thought was, yo, where are you from? And
I think you didn't expect this answer.
No, I didn't, because it was a real ass answer. So tell me.
Gettysburg.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was born in Gettysburg.
I know.
PA.
That's the trick.
Yeah. I was like, what? No.
I assumed you were like,
Somewhere in like
yeah,
Mexico or South America. No.
the Mediterranean.
Yeah. Mediterranean.
Seriously. I mean, the hair definitely spells it. No, dude, you got really.
Some people have an eye, or for like telling like, oh, he's definitely like Cuban because of like the hair and like
Oh no,
they're wearing.
Cuban
I don't
people
know.
are cool, but no.
Puerto Rican. There's a nice restaurant. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. It's called like translated in English. It's called like the pot, like a casserole pot, like
Yeah.
a giant, and like they sell like
Isn't that a
Cuban sandwiches and
Yeah, that's in the city.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I've been there. I just
What's
saw
it called?
Macabea or
El Caldero.
out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Caldero.
next. Yeah, it's next to what was the JA Biztown thing? Whatever.
What?
It's for kids. JA
Oh.
Biztown.
No, I know what you're talking about.
It's right in
Yeah.
the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
my uncle told me about that place. He said it was really good, like super authentic and shit.
So when you
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. I'm talking about food. I'm gonna start talking about food.
yeah.
Seriously,
So
no.
you lived in mostly Gettysburg area
Yeah.
for most of your life. Do you ever feel like you were like the point of any marginalization?
Just like, well, in Gettysburg actually, like the community is like a majority of it. It's like Latino, Hispanic. So like you have like definitely like a big part, and you just hang out with the friends. But you know, of course, because like when we go to school, we're gonna be like interacting with like different kids, especially where I lived in Gettysburg, because I lived like near the college.
So there's a big influx of different types
Yeah.
of people.
Oh yeah.
rolling
Oh
through
yeah. Big time. Yeah.
Multiple countries of origin.
Yeah.
Very nice. And so, and your family's origin, then your ethnicity.
Yeah. Mexican. Yes.
That's what I was getting for.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was interesting.
Yeah. It was like,
When people figure that out,
weird.
do they ever feel that you're,
What?
different, or that you came over here illegally?
yeah, dude. Because I just tell them like, nah, dude, I was born in Gettysburg, and I'm like, oh, because I mean, a lot of like kids that are born here in like the weirdest fucking places, like one, like we'll be in Maine, we'll be in like
Oh yeah.
Washington. Like, what are you doing there? Yeah,
No.
you're just born.
No, I can
Serious.
sympathize. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, because, like, don't get me wrong, when people hear the name, and as soon as people hear what my name is, and they're like, "Oh, you're not from this country, are you?" Actual English accent.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fool an English. He's like, "Oh, how do you speak like that?" He's like, "Maybe I'm from this country." Maybe
Just
I live
maybe.
here. Yeah, I live
I don't
here.
know.
Like, even if I wasn't from the country, I fucking live here.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times. I mean, I think he uses it as a party trick, but like he gets his ID out, and he's super drunk, and he shows people. He's like, because they're like at the bar, they're like, nah. They're like, how do you spell that? And he spells it. He's like, nah. He's like, oh, here, and then he shows them their ID.
It's like,
Yeah.
they don't believe you.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, did your mom give you that name?" And I'm like, "Yes, and fuck you." Like, oh, it hurts, but
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that.
What about it?
It's scary to think about. So, do you believe that you're proficient in multiple styles of playing the guitar?
No, not saying that.
So when you finger pick,
That's that's different. Because with my classical.
that's what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I completely forgot I had 2 guitars. So I own that one, and then I own a classical guitar, because I want to learn how to like fucking do like flamenco, like Spanish finger picking. Yeah.
Oh shit! You
Yeah.
know how to do that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how many strings are on the classical guitar again?
Classical,
Yeah.
standard.
Standard?
6. Yeah.
6?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between?
Some are 7, but it's just that it just like has like a warm, rich like noise. Classical guitars, acoustics.
Okay.
You know, if you listen to, I don't want to say country because.
So what differentiates the difference between like regular I guess like standard guitar picking and like the Mexican style of picking?
Picking? Well, I mean, it's everything has like its own, I don't know, style.
Yeah.
Like 'cause in Spain, you go to Spain, it's like flamenco. It's like percussive, like women are like when they're dancing, they're clacking their heels,
Okay.
and then like the
All
guys
right.
like strumming. It's weird. And then you go to like Cuba, like Brazil, you'll
Right.
hear like they're still using the acoustic guitar, classical, whatever, and they'll be playing. It's the tip of my tongue. It's like a specific style. People like to think of it as like elevator music.
Okay.
It's weird. It's weird.
No, dude, because he says the same thing about the type of music I like to listen to, and I love that type of music. I know what you're talking about.
It's not samba.
It's
It's
like fusion.
Okay.
close. Yes, it's Brazil.
Do you know who Aldo Miola is?
No.
I've showed you.
I
Have
feel
you?
like
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
Like
have him on vinyl.
No.
He's a really great guy, great musician.
he's from Spain, isn't he?
I think
Okay.
he appears there a lot.
Or Portugal?
On Instagram, he's always there. His girlfriend is like our age. He's like my dad's age. He's fucking.
Anyhow.
He's
Dude, he's fucking sick on the guitar.
yeah, dude. He's definitely got some solo motions going on. He will like clock in like miles per hour with his fingers.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've always really like looked up to that type of metal, like quasi metal kind of. I don't know. Hell, we can put him on.
Who?
Aldi Meola. Yeah. Have a listen to one of Aldi Meola's songs.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, I can't put it on right now.
No, I know. Yeah, I
Right.
can. I'll do it. But so all this talk of your guitar, I've not seen this model.
You see it?
I do.
Yo, yeah, let's
Yeah, I
break.
don't
Yeah,
want to move too
let's
much.
break this thing out.
Just bring the case. Yeah, it's open.
Is it open?
Yeah, it's right there. Check a couple of things out. Oh. No, it's good. It's good. Just need that.
Yeah. Damn,
This
dude.
boy.
Damn,
Very
that thing is
nice.
sexy, dude. Yo, you guys gotta see that shit.
Hold on.
It's so good. It's as fuck.
Keeps his pick in his
Telecaster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it.
Just watch your mic.
Oh yeah.
I want to move it right here.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna teach you something. So grab those.
Is the sound from here?
Hmm?
Is the sound's coming from here?
Yeah. But then it's gonna come from down there. So it's gonna. So if you want to put it up there, it's fine. I'm just gonna put it real low.
Which one's the input?
This one.
And the regular.
Yep.
And is this its original production you'll be performing for us?
It's just a little beat. It's not gonna be too long.
Little ditty?
A little bit.
Okay.
Little
Thank you.
bitty bop.
Oh, cool. Can you turn that on? I'll turn it
Sorry,
on.
I thought you had it plugged in.
Just hold it there. Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
All right.
And just like love everything on it.
Before we go on, first and last name, please.
First and last.
Okay, fine.
Why,
just
yo? That's
first.
weird as shit.
Because it's your work.
Oh no, dude. No.
All right, just first.
This is no work. No work at all, my guy. It's no work. It's like a little. Oh, what you do?
Say bump that a little bit. Don't be
No.
shy.
It's just that same melody, just like over. It's not
Nice.
bad.
Oh yeah. And
I
then
really like that.
I wish I could play it better for you guys, but I'm fucking big, dude. I want it. Fucking.
I mean, yo,
That's like the next
Can
level.
you do any of the picking?
The picking?
Yeah.
Not on this one, because these are steel, and
Oh,
the guitar, because there's like small room to it, and and it's nylon. So then like
I
you can
feel
actually
pick it.
pick it, yeah, and you don't have to worry about like the string
Oh
picking.
shit!
These whole,
Yeah,
like,
I feel what you mean.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. It's a beautiful performance.
Shit.
I told you I need to start playing more and more, but you can feel it. Like, go for it.
That was very close to my face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. I think it's beautiful spot.
Can you smile for us? Thank you.
Yeah. Can I see it real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
I appreciate
That's a
it.
beautiful
Can you
guitar.
start? Yeah.
I feel like I love the color. First off, is that your favorite color?
It's emerald green. Yeah.
I
I love. Dude, I'm an artist. I love. Oh, I'm sorry.
keep talking.
Is
Is that green, emerald green? You said.
like yeah.
Oh, dude, all right. So holistically, green is the biggest color a person can see, and that's why I like
Dude,
it
that's sick.
more than anything else.
Oh.
Just because it's so free. It's a very nice color. Third blunt.
Go for it, my guy.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You want to put her back?
I won't put it back.
All right.
And home she goes.
Oh, she goes.
Thank you very much for your
Oh, wait.
performance.
Yo, what
Paper
the
towel.
fuck?
It's a stink bug. No. Go ahead.
Tell me I like it.
Yeah, my bad.
Go for it, my guy.
So I remember having it, the Philosopher's Stone, and inviting you.
It was a while ago, yeah. How is that? Actually, no. Explain it, and then, because it's been a while.
Oh yeah, I
Philosopher's
forgot
Stone.
about the Philosopher's Stone.
Dude, it was a crazy ass experiment I wanted to try. I wanted to have a public discussion the same way people used to do it back in the old days, like the philosophers' days.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that anybody and everybody could come and enjoy and be taught something that someone knows and experiences
Right.
by someone who does and experiences that and teaches the congregation and speaks of their own philosophy and preaches their own spiel, like, as the people, like, hey, this is our hour to speak our spiel. If you want to learn and teach and be with us, you are very welcome to.
Well, that's
Because-
what they used to do back in the day. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're trying to recreate that?
Yeah.
But how? No, I mean,
Aggregating young men to come and do non-drug, non-action things like sitting around and talking about the way the world works and how to change it.
yeah.
Sharing information in the way they were taught and showing it to the people that don't know and have no understanding of it. Teaching people how to write in different languages was some of the things that they used to do back in the day. People would go to these places and they'd be like, oh, does anyone speak Greek? I just got a letter from somebody in fucking Corinth and it's Greek. Can you read this for me?
Yeah. I feel like that's something that should be more prevalent nowadays because I don't know, like for a lot of people who wanna like learn but don't have the money to learn from colleges, you know what I mean? It's hard, and a lot of people don't know of resources. They're not surrounded by people who, you know, are like-minded. So oftentimes they're like made fun of or something like that for like wanting to invest in themselves or invest in, you know, information and learn new stuff. And so I feel like what you're trying to do with that, with the Philosopher's Stone, is really cool. I feel like a lot of more people should be doing it. You know, just like getting together and I'm just talking about what's going on in the community, what's going on around us, and like just forming like real opinions, like outside of like the keyboard. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because bro, everybody's got a fucking opinion on their phone. Yeah. But like that's the thing is like it's not actually their opinion when you go and talk to them. You know what I mean? Because when like you go and talk to someone face to face, it's a lot different than what they're saying behind the phone half the time, because they don't got the balls to say it to your face. And I feel like, you know, like if you're actually out here talking to people face to face, it's a whole different like conversation, a whole different vibe. You realize that like we actually get like together more, you know what I mean, than you would think, because we're not actually that divided once you get face to face.
Yeah. And once people realized that, like we had a congregation of multiple religions, creeds, people from different countries were there. There was a man who was from Nepal, a white man from America, a black man from DC, and a Mormon.
You act like that's not in America. Yeah.
No, but still, like we're from all over over America. We're from different cultures, different creeds, and we're all like, hey, I wanted to figure out how to do this. Let's talk about it. I got this older gentleman, and he was he's a pretty cool dude. Yeah. Like, in general, badass. And what he would do was something that most people don't want to do, and it's very hard to do. And he also served in the military. So it was like, he was a very, like, realistic old man, but super boomer. Super boomer. So I wanted to talk to him about cell phones. So I got him, and I talked to him in front of a bunch of people our age, and I'm like, yo, you haven't had you grew up your life without a cell phone. The whole of it. Most of it. When he was about 50 or 60 years old, somebody figured out that cell phones could be used for teenagers to act like fools.
Right.
And that's a whole lifetime of living without it. How do you feel about the world that's now created because of it?
Right. So what do you say?
He says it's weird. He says it's hard to understand, but it's kind of understandable why people think it's necessary.
Does he have one?
Yes.
Does he have a smartphone, or does he just have... Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He understands why it's necessary. He understands how it can be misused.
Right.
And that its addictive principles can be mistrusted to people like app sellers or children.
Or Russia.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But otherwise speaking, that it's a good thing and it can be used to teach people. I, myself, sat there and talked to people with him that you should sit down and use your phone and just fucking download the Wikipedia app.
Yeah.
Or something, just learn something. Doesn't hurt. Your phone has capabilities to send a guy to the moon and keep track of him the whole time. And you just use it to, you know what I mean? It's
to fucking post shirtless pictures and shit.
Like, I'm serious.
Just super trivial shit, but like, that's the thing is...
And it means something coming from us because we've had our lives to think about both. But when somebody had their whole life thinking about one and now everybody is obsessed with the other, it sounds out of place. Things are out of place because people haven't had the ability to congregate in ways that aren't social media. It's social. It needs to be less media.
Right. Well, that's the thing is like there's more I see it as distractions. You know what I mean? And there's... But no... I mean, like, to a certain degree, you know what I mean? But, like, there's distractions placed there to, like, push us away from human interaction. You know what I mean? Because we realize that we're actually not as divided as we seem when we start interacting with each other, you know? But
I guess you're right.
That's just my...
That blunt looks pretty much out.
Yeah.
You know what they say.
Blunt's out. We're out.
Thanks for watching.
Peace out.
Thank you for joining us,
Yeah,
David.
for real, man. I really appreciate you being here.
You're a good man.
Dude, we gotta get some food.
Yo. Peace. GoPro.